Now that we have the great white hope in there.
Yes. Are you sure he's white? He's not orange?
Orange white. Are you as happy as I am that we finally got someone in the White House that is putting America first?
Well, that notion, yes, but some of the things he's done, I can't get behind it, because I'm not sure why he's being such a disruptor. I think that the disruption, just to be disruptive, isn't necessarily good, but I think that some of the things he's doing obviously are necessary insofar as putting us first, and putting that out there in the eyes of the world.
Right on. You know, I'm black and slow. I may be missing something because I'm happy about everything he's done, right? And I don't get tired of winning, right? Tell me one thing that so far he's done you think he should not have done it or should not be doing.
Well, I don't think he should have pardoned the January 6th people, all of them, just with one stroke of his pen.
And why not?
Because you can clearly see, and these people were convicted in a court of law, that they transgressed against other people violently. And whether you want to say they tried to violently overthrow the government, at least we know that they were violent towards other people. And I just don't think that you do a blanket forgiveness of those people.
Really?
Yeah.
Why
do you think they should be pardoned, all those people?
Because I don't know, I wasn't there, right? We only have the media, and the media.
We have the video evidence, though.
Everything. But it's been said that they were coerced into a lot of that stuff, that there were other people amongst the crowd that were telling, because when you're angry, you can be easily controlled, right? And so they were saying that there were other people planted amongst them that were causing them to do some of the things that they did. So I don't know, but from what I've been told, that was the deal.
But don't you think it comes back once again to the individual responsibility? I mean, if somebody tells me to go take this gun and shoot someone, I'm going to go, no, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
So you've got to be responsible for your actions.
And that's why I warn people all the time that they have to overcome anger, because when you're angry, you can be easily manipulated and controlled.
Yes.
And so they are responsible for that in that they were not aware and responsible for their own life, whatever happened. But are you happy that the president is putting a wall around the borders and stopping the illegals from coming in?
Well, I don't know if a physical wall is the answer, but I think that people should only come in who have some sort of documentation and a reason to be here. We shouldn't just have no sovereign country seems to have open borders,
right?
And if they're going to be successful, and I think that you should probably come here and hopefully have something that you can do and contribute.
And why you're not in 100% agreement with the wall is that because wall will stop you. Anyone ever try to break your house and you had a wall up?
Yeah. Well, I've just seen people coming through fences, pushing the fences aside.
Yeah, but not fences. The wall, like what the president was building the first time around, those big, heavy metal, not some little wire fence that you can.
Yeah. I don't know that we want to be a walled-in country.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
I just don't see us. I mean, we have you have negative connotations about walls, and you've got prisons, you've got the Berlin Wall, you have this is really not my area of expertise, but visually,
just common sense
visually
thinking.
To see a wall, you're not going to have a wall surrounding the entire border. That seems to be an impossibility. To build a wall stretching from Baja California to where? Georgia, Texas? I don't know. That's
but then
crazy.
That's where you put the troops and everybody else where you can't. You know what I mean?
We want to devote resources to that? Okay.
Yeah.
I think the key is really not servicing these people when they get here. It's they should stay in Mexico or wherever, and then if they go through the proper procedure, then they can enter the country. but
Like
not come into the country and then decide, oh, you need to come here for a court appearance 2 months from now.
Yeah. Amazing. I noticed in Israel, when I went to Israel, they had a beautiful wall everywhere, and it stopped a lot of the crimes and the people just walking in. Did you support? You don't think Israel should have a wall either?
Israel is, as you know, it's a tiny, tiny country,
Right.
and it's barraged on all sides by enemies who have seemingly vowed to destroy it. From the desert to the sea, we're going to knock you into the ocean. We want to destroy you. So Israel has had to maintain this attitude of protectionism, protect themselves, protect their homeland, protect their people.
And so you okay with Israel having a wall?
I don't think Israel has a wall all over its country either.
It's everywhere.
Not everywhere, Jesse.
Nobody can get in. It's so perfectly done, and that the Allahu Abba people, they had to build tunnels underground to get in because they could not go through the wall, around the wall. Isn't that amazing? Right? I love that. Am I wrong? I'm black and slow. I'm black and slow. Am I wrong?
You are black, but you're not slow.
What do you mean?
I'm black and slow. You're not a slow person at all. You're a highly intelligent man who can craft sentences and handle ideas and notions, and you've got a lot of going on the ball.
So you agree with me about the wall, the way Israel built their wall? We should do the same thing here, right?
No.
No? What the? Should you take care of your own home first?
Yes.
So put the wall up.
It's a physical impossibility.
That's why we have the border patrol, a little area we can't get to.
Okay.
We put human beings there, right?
Okay.
So you agree with that, right?
Well, is that where we want to devote our resources? Do we really?
Which is cheaper, to build a wall and hire people to work there, or to leave it open, let these people come in and take care of them? Which is cheaper?
I don't know what to say, Jesse. I don't have an answer for you.
Really?
I certainly don't have the answer that it seems that you want.
No, I'm just getting feedback. I already know what I want.
Right.
And I want the wall.
Right.
And if when I become president, I'm going to put a wall all the way around the border, all the way to Mexico, Georgia, Alabama, New York, everywhere. Isn't that cool?
I don't know if they need a wall in New York.
Will you vote for me?
Will I vote for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Jesse. We'll have to see. Who are you running against? And when are you running?
I'm running to make my country great again.
Okay, but when are you running?
Oh, after Donald Trump.
Okay, so you're going to run for president. You're going to skip all the steps in between.
I'm going right to the top.
You're not going to mayor. You're not going to
city
you're not
council.
Going to city council. You're going right to the top.
Right.
And you've got the following and the resources to do that. It's going to take a few bucks, Jesse.
I have to trust God for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. From a practical standpoint, let's see if you can do it.
What do you think about the horrible job, and I'm calling it horrible, I don't know if you call it, that the governor of California and the mayor have done in this fire situation, and how they have screwed the city up?
Yeah, I think unfortunately there's too much of an emphasis on people who can't take care of themselves. And to devote all the resources to that, I think, was unfortunate. You have people coming into our state or into our city that have not paid taxes here, have never lived here, and yet this is a very lovely place to live. So they come out here and they're taken care of. And I don't think that that's really the way we should be focusing our attention.
Yeah. And I remember when Carrie Bass was running for mayor, and there was another guy running, I can't think of his name. He built some...
Caruso?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, y'all need to vote for him. And I'm not a Democrat, but I'm saying, y'all need to vote for him instead of Karen. Karen has no idea what she's doing. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be good. And they voted for Karen. Mm-hmm. Can you believe that?
Well, I believed it happened because I see it every day on the streets.
Were you shocked?
I was disappointed, yes.
Me too, man. What's wrong with the people?
I don't know, Jesse. I don't know. You're an observer of humans and of
Yeah.
character. You know the community. You know the communities. People got promised things for some reason,
Yeah.
and they didn't realize they didn't have their best interests at heart.
Promised free stuff, free housing, free this. It was just crazy, man. And now we're paying the price for it. I remember when I first moved to LA in 1968, I walked off the airplane from Alabama, the plantation. I grew up on a plantation. I walked off the plane, I thought I was in paradise in 68. I never imagined that my city can become this. I didn't even think that human being would allow this to happen.
Well, you know, the other thing is it's this unchecked growth. Everything is just spread out, and
Yeah.
everybody can sort of do. And I think that that's kind of an unfortunate situation for me.
Yeah.
I mean, LA always had that history of sprawl. And the reason, as you know, they didn't build up because of earthquakes. They didn't
Right.
have the technology. New York is more finite. Other cities, there's an inner city, there's an area.
Yeah.
LA really didn't have that. So because of that urban sprawl, you have a series of communities that are strung together by freeways. And so there's this sort of disassociation with people and where we are. And unfortunately now, things have gone unchecked.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to get their arms around it. Someone has to get their arms around it.
The Great White Hope will do it.
In LA?
Yeah, he's gonna make the whole country great again. Isn't that amazing?
We'll see.
Are you conservative?
I am conservative. I'm a physical conservative.
Did you vote for the Great White Hope?
I did not.
What? Why not?
Because I just didn't want to see him back in office.
And why not?
Like some of the things he said he was going to do that he did. For example, pardoning the January 6th violent people. I just didn't think that that was the appropriate thing for
Really?
this country. It wasn't the just thing to do. It's not that those people were summoned before a kangaroo court. All of them individually appeared in court, and we're supposed to be a nation of laws and rules, and we can't just go out there and commit crimes against our fellow citizens. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want someone coming to my house and banging down my door and not have them be held accountable.
Did you feel the same way when the insurrection was committed upon the country by Black Lives Matter, the radical group works in the KKK? Did you feel the same way about them?
I was not, I wouldn't say no. I was not happy with any form of violence against our society, against our institutions,
Yeah.
against individuals. Not happy with any of that.
Should they be locked up?
Jesse, everybody has a chance for due process, supposedly. So if they were brought in front of a court, if they were found guilty, you can't make these blanket statements, in my opinion,
Right.
about individuals and what transpired.
But we saw what they did to the country.
But see,
Should
you're
they
saying
go
you
to-
saw that and that was okay.
Right.
But when you saw something that happened on January 6th, you're saying that that was the media sort of manipulating the imagery.
Well, because I wasn't there with that, the
Right.
January 6th incident, but I was around the Black Lives Matter, people burning and people dying and home business. They were like in Beverly Center, Beverly Hills. And I never thought I would see that in Beverly Hills. And so I thought they should be loaded up, locked up, and put away for life.
Okay.
Do you agree with that?
Jesse, everybody is due their process. If they were found and they were convicted, yes.
And should they have been?
Jesse, it's up to the courts to decide that. If you have empirical evidence, then and a jury decides or a judge decides. Again, if you are found guilty of a crime, you need to pay the price.
But I notice in America today, when white people commit a crime, they're going to jail. But when black people commit crime, they don't go to jail. Why is that?
I don't know. You'll have to ask the people who run the court system. You're asking me that?
Yeah, have you noticed that?
Jesse,
though?
I'm not running for president like you are. I might start and run first for Senate or for governor. How about that?
Would you ever run
We
for
could have a
office?
debate.
Would you ever run for office?
Sure, why not?
Nice. And but You haven't noticed that with white people, they go to jail, but with blacks, they don't?
Really? So there's more white people in jails now than black people?
Yes.
There are.
They let all the blacks out. Look at the crime.
Okay.